Well, hello there everybody and welcome to the latest video. This is a guide video on how to get to the Guarma map on Red Dead Online. I will be honest with you right now, if you even get close to the main part of Guarma where all the high-res buildings and textures and everything are, you do get kicked back to Sandini, but you can get onto the Guarma map, the low poly version, and actually see elements of the map. I'm just being honest with you before you begin, do not expect to get into the main part of the Guarma map from story mode, but there is still lots to see and it is very interesting. Now before we begin, let me just give a shout out to the Red Dead Online Discord server I've set up, that is linked below, and also all of the clips in this video are from a live stream that I did, the full live guide on how to get to Guarma. So if you want to see all of the individual bits in between the steps and what is actually available, then I'm going to link that below as well if you want to watch the entire thing. This is a trick that's been found by me. I think so far it's the only known way of getting out of bounds. It doesn't involve posse infighting up at Colter. That has now been patched, and so far I don't know of any other methods to get onto the Guarma map. I found this by myself with trial and error on another live stream as well. So as far as I know, this is the only known way, and I'm bringing this to you fresh. So what you'll need before you begin, I would highly recommend getting some bitters or some cocaine gum in the game to boost your player stamina, because there is a bit of running involved, but at a certain point you can get your horse as well. Also, what I'd recommend you do is to watch my Mexico glitch guide video, because I run through all the steps which are like the foundation of how to get out of bounds. So I will link that below as well, but I will explain in the video real quickly how to do the glitch, but it is best that you watch the full guide video that I did. It's less than 2 minutes, you won't regret it. Okay, so on to the first step. Okay, so what you want to do is get to this point on the map, which is east of Annesburg. I will show that on the mini map right there. It's a little known part of the map, not many players have been here, but what you want to do is aim across the water like so, and show it on the mini map there, of course. Remember to watch the Mexico guide glitch as well. Now what you do is you hold A on the Xbox controller or X on the PlayStation 4 controller, the action button as it's called, and what you want to do is find a little slidey ledge, and as soon as you begin to slide, if you aim in the right direction, keep holding the A button, make sure you're in first person mode with pistols equipped, and as soon as you start to slide, hold left on the left stick and left or right on the right stick. Okay, remember to watch the Mexico guide video on how to do that properly. That's just the quickest way I can explain that. That is linked below. So look across the water, make sure you're looking at that spot over there. If you aim too far left, you will hit what's known as like turbulent water, and it will suck you like to the surface and make you fail. So make sure you aim a little bit to the right, and beware of wildlife on the other side as well. There is wolves and cougars. Just make sure you're ready to do some shooting. Okay, let's get on to the point where we've crossed to the other side then. Okay, so after making it across to the other side, all you need to do is head north. Make sure you don't go in the water because you will drown, and just get to this little nook here. And what you want to do is aim to this, basically like this little bit of land to the northeast, and while pointing there, open your map and set a waypoint to approximately where that is. Use your player arrow indicator to point to where that is. And then begin to do the slide glitch again. Okay, so while you're sliding this way, just keep an eye, make sure you're heading for the waypoint nice and clearly there, and just keep an eye on your stamina bar. As soon as your stamina starts to replenish, stop doing the glitch and just wait a moment, because you can stand underwater. Just don't move, use a stamina tonic or wait for your stamina to come back, and then once you've done that, then start moving to the east, running or walking, and as soon as you pop out onto the surface of the water, just start swimming as fast as you can to the east onto any of them bits of land that you can get onto. And ta-da! You made it to land on the other side. You now are truly out of bounds. Now I am going to be cutting this a little bit as well, because this is probably what's going to take you the longest amount of time. This section takes roughly 15 to 20 minutes, but I've managed to cut that down to around 1 or 2 while I explain these steps. Open your map and put a point at the furthest southeast spot with your waypoint and start heading there. Just be aware that while you're in this area you may encounter wildlife, including deadly predators, but do not worry, the pathing for them is completely broken. They will not attack. So if you've got the naturalist role, I'd highly recommend taking advantage of that, especially if it's cougars or wolves. You do get all kinds of wildlife up here, but snap a picture of that. It's probably the best opportunity you're going to get. I'm not saying they will appear or whatnot, but it's worth taking advantage. Just keep heading south. If you track east slightly, you will find what I call the north-south low poly line. Whatever you do, do not go onto that low detailed bit of map. As you can see, it's completely see-through. You'll fall through the map and fail. So keep heading south, checking your map from time to time just to make sure that you're on track. Like I say, you should be about 10 minutes at this point. Keep using your stamina tonics so you can carry on sprinting, and before you know it, you will be at a very southern point. And just keep your eyes peeled, because it will turn into low poly again, and what is called, well, what I like to call the east-west low poly line. And at that point, start heading to the west. So now you're heading west, what you want to look out for is just follow the east-west line to the west. Stay quite close. This should take around 2 or 3 minutes. And what you're looking for is the point where you start to lift right off the ground. At this point here, you can whistle your horse. Just be careful, because sometimes when you whistle your horse, it kind of gets stuck behind the invisible wall. While you stood here, you should be relatively directly south of like Sisika Penitentiary. But if your horse gets stuck, just go to your stables menu and select another one, and at some point one of your horses will work properly, and here comes Cobber to save the day. And as soon as you cross that line while levitating off the ground, you are now on the mesh for the Guarma map. As soon as you cross that line, the Guarma map will load in. There we go. Lovely stuff. Look, normal map, Guarma map. Now in the bottom right hand corner, I have got the Guarma map shown. The green circle on that map shows where roughly you come in. Now entering that red area on the map that I've put in the bottom right hand corner will kick you back to Saint Denis, but the scale of this map is absolutely huge. Loads of untapped potential, and the green arrows indicate roughly the direction that I travelled. And if you keep looking over to the west, you can see elements of the map, but the problem is, as soon as the game tries to load in the high resolution Guarma map, it will kick you back to Saint Denis. Just on the main map there, you can see the top edge of the Guarma map, so you are actually on the Guarma map right there. Lovely. Now this bit, you know, you can travel around here for as long as you like, as long as you don't enter that red area. That is the path I took. It went directly south, followed the coastline. Obviously, if you want to see all of the footage of the exploration and everything, then watch the live stream that is linked down below. Just watch it back and skip through to about 15 minutes, I believe. That's the point where I start heading for Guarma, and just skim through till you find a bit that you like. But I made it all the way to the south coast. The water looks really nice and tropical when you get there too. I'm probably going to be cutting through a little bit, just showing bits and bobs until we get to the point on the bottom left of the map where you see the arrow where I start heading north, and I'll get back to you when I'm there. So as you can see, once you reach this point, you do see the high resolution Guarma map. There it is, and funnily enough, you can get onto this map. Just find a nice little spot you can jump up with your horse. Now do not go too far in. There's probably about 5 or 10 meters all the way around the perimeter that you can stay in, like a band of space that you can stay in. Obviously for this run I went west, and in a future live stream I will be going east and hopefully north up into the mountains and seeing what kind of vantage point I can, I can see anything from up there and anything like that. And obviously feel free to try it yourself. If you do, please obviously credit my channel, because this was entirely my own discovery, the way to get out the map and everything. I know other people have travelled the Guarma map. I am sort of following in other people's footsteps in a way, but this is all very common knowledge by now. But the actual method of getting outside the map, the way I've done it, is new, and as far as I know it is the only way of getting outside the map. I will be cutting footage as always as I travel around here. It is vast, but eventually you will get to a point that I like to call the Cube of Destiny. And yeah, there that is right there. Yeah, at this point it is the end of the line. Any point around there, you fall off the map. And I did kind of like wait until daytime. I'm cutting to that bit of footage now to see some of the geographical features from single player on the Guarma map. Hopefully next live stream I will be seeing a bit more from the sort of like northeast side of the map, on the high resolution side, and hopefully I can see down some settlements. So like I say, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. My channel's growing fast at the minute, doing loads of good Red Dead videos. That's about all from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Tell a friend, that there is now a method to get back to Guarma. Awesome stuff. Share the video, like the video, comment. I'm happy to answer any questions about it too. I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, join my Discord channel, that's linked down below, and I'll catch you all again real soon. Cheers guys, farewell.